Hello once again, Niner faithful. Johnny Dell back with another episode of 49ers Playbook, the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. This past week, the 49ers went to Foxborough to face off against the always dangerous New England Patriots. What seemed like a tough matchup quickly turned into a rout as the 49ers were able to consistently counter what New England was doing to adjust to their offense. While it can seem simple at times, run the ball, play action, run the ball, the diversity of Kyle Shanahan's run game was on full display and is what separates his offense from the rest of the league's offenses. He has counters that counter the counters to his counters. He was consistently one step ahead of the Patriots and the 49ers rolled to a blowout win. It was a great win, and coupled with the always enjoyable loss by the Seahawks, the 49ers now find themselves back in the playoff race. The next stretch of 5 games will be tough, but if the team continues to play the way they've been playing, they have a chance to come out of this in a good position for January football. With all that, we've got a lot to talk about as I want to show how Kyle was able to punch, counterpunch all throughout the game, staying one step ahead of the Patriots. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. If you saw my scouting video, I talked about the need to run the ball to force New England into playing zone to open up the passing game. So it was no surprise to me that the first 2 plays of the game were running plays looking to stress the off-ball defenders of New England. After a gutsy first down run by Jimmy G, Kyle has New England set up for the pass. We come out in 11 personnel with 1 back and 1 tight end and 3 wide receivers, and New England counters by bringing in a 3rd safety. As Debo goes in motion, no one follows, which reveals zone coverage. We first come with the run action, which pulls the off-ball safety and opens up George Kittle on a short crossing route. The very next play will come out in the same personnel group with the same formation and the same motion. This time, we'll hit Debo on a bubble screen. I've seen a lot made of Jimmy G's multiple passes behind the line of scrimmage in this game, but it comes down to simple numbers. Football is all about numbers. Can you put more guys in one area of the field than the other team? With a middle safety, this means only 2 guys on either side of the ball. This is why you saw so many of these bubble screens. I love the design of this play. We first come with the zone read look in the run action, which freezes the end man on the line of scrimmage. And now we have a hat-on-hat blocking for a big gain. Next, Kyle will come with a counter to what he just did. We fake the bubble screen, which causes the hook defender in zone to attack Ayuk and leaves George Kittle wide open. Next, we'll come out with an empty set with Jeff Wilson split wide. With the linebacker on him, it reveals man coverage as New England has been beat in their zone 3 times in a row. We then bring Debo in motion and notice his man defender trailing. This is why you send these guys in motion and snap it while they're in the backfield on a dead run. We're going to send Kittle and Bourne vertical, and Debo's man gets caught up on Kittle's vertical route, leaving Debo wide open. Jimmy looks to lurk defenders deep to create more space for Debo once he gets the ball in his hands. Which then leads to Jeff Wilson's first touchdown of the game. So on this whole drive, you can see what Kyle was trying to do by tying every single thing together and staying one step ahead of New England. That's just impressive. Then, on the 49ers' first defensive series, they were able to stifle New England's attack. Here we're going to come with a matching zone. We're in cover 2 zone, but guys are going to man up on whoever enters their zone, which allows the safeties to sit as help over the middle. Cam is going to see the 2 deep safeties and will look to hit a post route from the slot. You can see the trust Saleh has in his outside guys as they're pretty much 1 versus 1 with their receivers. This allows Harris to help on the post route. From the end zone, you can see Cam wants to throw the post but pulls it down. And with Warner able to cover Edelman, he has to try and run it. Next, we're going to come with a creeper blitz. Where we'll blitz a linebacker and drop Kerry Hyder into coverage. We're in man coverage with 2 lurkers over the middle. Taylor and Verrett do a great job of passing off the switching routes, and Harris is again in position to help on the shallow crossing route. Again, you can see Cam wants to throw it but has to pull it down. Verrett locks his man down, and the only place Cam can go is to the back on Hyder, but Moore shows his closing speed and stops him short of the first down. After the Garoppolo interception, New England is in position to score and will look to attack our man coverage on 3rd down by coming with a pick play. Again, we hand off the coverage well and Moore is lurking to pick up the shallow crossing route. Later in the game, Fred Warner is going to come up with a big interception. We're just in cover 3 zone and Warner is going to do a great job picking up the dig route, jumping it and making a great play. On the next drive, New England comes out with the 6-man front they used against the Rams in the 2018 Super Bowl. The key to defeating this is that our running game is more diverse. We come out in 22 personnel with 2 backs and 2 tight ends, and put Juice and both tight ends on the same side, outflanking the defense. The key is this puts a lot of stress on the single off-ball defender. He has to respect the running back toss. We're going to run a simple zone run to the weak side. Notice the block by Brunskill. The hesitation by the linebacker allows Brunskill to get up on him, and with him being the only off-ball defender, springs Wilson for a nice gain. Again, if you saw my scouting report, I talked about how if New England went to cover 3 zone and wasn't able to use a wide front, it would put Jonathan Jones as the forced defender, who is not good versus the run, which is what happens here. Having attacked the wide front and single off-ball defender in the run game, New England is going to come with a 5-man front and 2 linebackers, and will then bring Jonathan Jones down as the 8th element in the box. We're going to come with a wide receiver sweep and look to get Juice on Jones. By mudding the mesh point with the running back, it causes the will to hesitate, which allows Tomlinson to get up on him. And from there, we have a hat on a hat, and Juice destroys Jonathan Jones, opening up a huge hole for Ayuk. I wanted to point out this play because we've seen this thing floating around that Kyle just isn't willing to take shots with Jimmy G. This is one reason we don't always see them, because we literally can't see them from the broadcast. We're going to try and hit a dino route or double in out to Richie James. We first come with play action, and Jimmy will look to George Kittle. What we're trying to do is get the middle safety out of the middle of the field. And James is going to fake in, then out, trying to get the corner to bite on the out and then cut back in. But the middle safety never bites, and we have to try and check it down to Juice, who drops it. These are some of the plays we don't see from the broadcast, where we're trying to hit bigger plays down the field, but defenses don't always bite. After missing the deep shot, we're going to come back to the run game and again counter New England. We beat them on the edge once they went away from their 6-man front, and so now we'll work the inside again. New England comes with a 6-man front, and we're going to bunch 2 tight ends and Juice to one side. We're going to come with an inside zone, but this is the variety. We'll bring Juice across as a lead blocker. With the 6-man front, we're going to look to widen the 5 technique and spread out the front. This leaves the single linebacker isolated, who Juice then comes across and picks up. That's so awesome and innovative. You don't see stuff like this. He's spreading out the front, then using his versatile athletes in different ways to get the blocks, and it makes it so hard for the defense to read what's happening. And this sets up Juice for a touchdown in the game. Our next offensive drive, we're going to get the play action game going. This is exciting because look at the respect Ayuk gets from the corner. I never saw any of our wide receivers get that much of a cushion from defensive backs last year. This guy is going to open up more things in this offense. Later, New England is again away from their 6-man front and will attack the edge. We're going to come with a toss play, where we'll use Debo to crack down, which allows Trent Williams to get free up on the linebacker, and now we have a hat on a hat blocking once again and have exploited the edge. So later in the drive, New England goes back to their 6-man front since we beat the edge, and this time we're going to beat it for a touchdown. So again, we've seen Kyle constantly outmaneuvering New England's fronts. Here they come out with a 6-man front and we're going to hit them with just a stretch zone. The key here is that McGlinchey and Brunskill are going to widen the 5 technique. Mixed with bringing the tight end across the formation causes the linebacker to hesitate. Again, with the 6-man front, it only allows one off-ball defender, and so if he hesitates, you got him. This puts Jeff Wilson one-on-one with Jonathan Jones, and Wilson wins with speed. The next drive, New England is going to move the ball, and Saleh is going to come with a well-timed blitz. Here, we're just going to play a 3 deep and 3 underneath zone, while bringing Greenlaw on a blitz. He does a great job of hiding his blitz to the last second, and we smother everyone in coverage to get to Cam and force the field goal. The last play on offense that we'll look at is the big hit to Ayuk. What's amazing here is that Denver tried a nearly identical play against New England the week before and didn't hit it. This is what happens when you've hit a team with so many different looks and plays. We're just going to run Bourne on a curl for interference and send Ayuk on a wheel route versus man coverage. New England is supposed to pass his play off, but they're all out of sorts and both guys end up covering Bourne, which frees up Ayuk. You could make the argument that Jimmy could make a better throw. You could also make the argument that Ayuk should get to the sideline with more urgency so he can turn this up sooner. Only the guys in-house will know. Either way, they do connect on a big play, which sets up San Francisco's 4th touchdown of the game, after which things just completely come off the rails for New England. Well, it was a great win for the 49ers, and they have a huge matchup against the rival Seahawks this Sunday. It's been great to see the 49ers performing so well considering the plethora of injuries, and if they can weather through this tough stretch of the season, they will be set up for a strong postseason run. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe if you did. Also, be sure to turn your notifications on so you'll be alerted to when a video goes live. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. As always, you can interact with me on Twitter, Reddit, 49erswebzone.com, and the Coach's Film Analysis thread, or in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.